Hey guys, got a market update here for you for January 2023, Vancouver, BC, Greater Vancouver. So January, our real estate market was historically slow. Okay, it's not much of a surprise there given the rapid rise in interest rates. A lot of people were pumping the brakes, regrouping, and simply seeing what the heck is going to happen in our market. And it was January, so we're typically slow coming out of the holidays. On the mortgage front, Bank of Canada plans to pause any further rate increases, so let's hope that that holds to be true. So prices, of course, are prices going up? Are they going down? What are they doing? Looking at the stats for January 2023, total inventory is up 30% compared to approximately 30% compared to January of 2022. Sales are approximately 50% down compared to January 2022. So if inventory is going up and sales are going down, yes, that's a recipe for prices to decline. But we're only in January, okay? So I went, and 1 year's worth of data, I don't know, it's not enough. I went back and looked at the last 10 years on a line graph, and you know the month, so May 2013 had the highest total inventory, and that month they had 2,800 sales, and the inventory was over 18,000. And the HPI was also the lowest in the last 10 years. Well, it was like January, February, March. Anyways, it was like lowest in January, but then came up to May, but it was much, much, much lower than it is now. So point being is there was a pretty good spread there, right? And you know, the market changed from that point in time, and it'll change from this point in time, but the difference in the total inventory and the number of sales compared to then and compared to now is pretty similar. But again, we're only in January. So in order for prices to continue to go down, we need to continue on the trend of more listings and sales. Now, moving forward, okay, if the Bank of Canada does pause any rate increases, or we don't see any rate increases for a while, we're going to see activity pick up, okay? And I've also heard that fixed rate mortgages might come down in the next couple of months, okay? Certainly if that happens, we're going to see things pick up. We're going to see more buyers entering the market. Also, there's been some multiple offer situations this year, okay? So nothing like before, so I'm not trying to scare you, but there have been situations where more than one buyer have made offers on a property, and some of them are with conditions and some of them aren't, okay? But point being is, what that tells me is that people are climatized to what's going on right now, and they're more focusing on the price than the rate. Both are important, but prices look pretty attractive right now, okay? So what's going to happen moving forward? I don't see prices coming down all that much, if they do at all. Okay, I think we've seen the biggest drop in value since the peak, which, you know, in any city and neighborhood, that would have been, you know, last spring. Okay, now if demand picks up, and demand around here in Greater Vancouver, it seems to be put on pause sometimes, but it never really seems to go away, if you know what I mean. So I think demand will pick up, I think interest will pick up, activity will pick up. As we enter the spring market, we're going to see more and more buyers get out there. So I could see prices level off, and maybe, who knows, later in the year, maybe they start to creep back up a little bit, but I think that'll depend on what goes on with interest rates. So the market, it's interesting, right? It's also pretty confusing. So if you think you'd benefit from a conversation to learn more about your local market, by all means, reach out. I'm more than happy to have the conversation and help where I can.